Welcome to the Divinely Protected Oracle. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your comments, and all your donations. They are truly appreciated and they go to the growth of the channel. So thank you for all your support. We're going to go ahead and do a general message for the collective. Now this is a general message, so please only take the messages that are for you and leave the rest. Now if you feel that you need to flip the roles, if you feel that you need to switch genders, feel free to go ahead and do so. Alright, so what do we have going on for the collective? What does the collective need to know at this time? Also, if you're interested in a more personal reading, please check out my channel's description box, and it will give you all the details. Alright, what do we have going on for the collective? It is what it is. This is number 6. 6 is all about solutions to problems. It also talks about healing, unconditional love, support. So you may be relying on people emotionally at this time to support you, because you just came out of some sort of conflict that you are trying to resolve. Alright, so let's find out what this is about. Okay, what is the collective here trying to resolve? Jupiter returns, benefits. So a lot of you are trying to resolve what are the benefits of whatever you are going through. Some of you may be thinking, well, what was the benefit of going through whatever this conflict was? This is number 49, which goes to a 13, which goes to 4. Now, 4 talks about stability and also talks about stagnation. So some of you may have been going through a lot of delays. Okay, what else do we need to know? Especially with all of the retrogrades going on right now, you may be emotionally going through delays. Okay. We have the second house, which is owning. This is number 26. 26 goes to an 8. And 8 talks about movement and progress. So you've had a lack of progress here when it comes to your second house, which talks about money, work, income, your daily routines, values, what you own. You may be conflicted or were conflicted in the past about what the benefits were, because you were seeing a bunch of delays when it came to your job or your money. All right, what else do we need to know? We have the 7th house of partners in the reverse. So the 7th house talks about relationships, contracts, business partnerships. This is number 31, which also goes to 4. So there was some sort of instability or delays when it came to some sort of relationship or partnership here. So some of you may be single here. You may be working. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Where you may have had 2 incomes coming in the past, and now you have to rely on only one. Okay, that's where the delays are. So some of you may have ended a connection of some kind, a partnership. But what I'm seeing here was there was 2 incomes coming in before, and now there's only one. So you have to rely solely on your own income or one income. Alright, what else do we need to know? We have Aquarius, I know. This is number 23, which goes to a 5. So I feel like a lot of you knew when you ended some sort of partnership that there was going to be changes here, because 5 talks about changes. Also talks about conflict. Okay. Some of you may be possibly arguing with someone you partnered with, or a romantic partner for some of you when it comes to finances. But some of you, if you left a romantic partner and decided to go on your own, you already knew that you were going to have to rely on your own income. But right now, I feel like you're going through a lot of delays when it comes to your finances and your job. And you kind of accepted some level of defeat here with it is what it is. You're just accepting the situation for what it is, and you're trying to move forward. All right. So what does the collective need to know in this situation? We have the Page of Cups as your current energy. So I feel like you're trying to preserve your own energy at this time. You're trying not to spend too much time with other people, friends, family, coworkers, whatever. I feel like you're trying to conserve the energy that you have right now, so that way you can kind of at least get through whatever this situation is. Okay. The obstacle is the Nine of Cups. So a lot of you just want to be happy with your life, even if that does mean that you are alone here. You just want to be happy. I'm getting unbothered as well. We have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Two of Wands. Yeah, I'm getting a heavy energy here where there was two people making money that contributed to whatever the expenses were. Now, the two incomes are just one income. Now, for some of you, you may be in a partnership where your person may have lost their job, quit their job, whatever the situation is, retired, whatever. But there's not two incomes coming in anymore, just one. And with the Two of Wands, this was a decision that someone made. Someone logically made the decision here, whether this be you or someone you're dealing with, to go from two incomes to one. Okay. So what else do we need to know about this situation? We have the King of Cups. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Eight of Swords. And we have the Seven of Cups. So a lot of you feel like you used to be really happy and playful, possibly. Okay, but you were always at peace in some way. When there was two incomes coming in, everything was good. I mean, it may not have been perfect, but it was good. And now, with the Nine of Wands, you're very frustrated because, again, you're going from two incomes to one. And you're overthinking this situation, and you're spending too much time thinking about what your next steps are or what you need to be doing with the Seven of Cups. What are your options since you're going from two incomes to one? What does that mean for the collective? But there's a lot of analysis that's going on that you're going through at this time about this. Yeah, I'm getting the energy of here where you may have been getting benefits for your person because they were bringing in income, and now that's stopped and it's just your income that's being relied on to pay all the bills. And with the rising cost of things that are going on, you're feeling like, well, A, you're frustrated and angry, but on top of that, I feel like you didn't know it was going to get this bad. Which is why this overthinking card here is here, because it's almost like you weren't expecting it to be this bad. Like, you knew it was going to be hard, but you didn't know it was going to be this hard. And it's almost like you feel like your hands are tied in some way. But with the Seven of Cups, you are exploring options of how to get more money coming in. But for a lot of you, the options are limited, is what I'm hearing. Alright, so let's get some more information. Why is the Nine of Cups here as the obstacle? What does the collective need to know? We have the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. So for those of you where you left someone, okay, and decided to be single or be out on your own or whatever, when you walked away, you thought everything was going to be okay. You knew it was going to be a little bit challenging, but you felt like you were strategic enough with the Queen of Swords energy, or you would be using your money wisely enough that everything would be okay. Alright, so tell me about this Six of Pentacles. What do we need to know about this? We have the Eight of Swords. Now, for some of you, this is about retirement, where you thought when you retired that the benefits that you were going to receive were going to be a lot more than what you're actually getting. But you weren't aware of that with the Eight of Swords, because the Eight of Swords now came up twice. We have the Four of Swords. And we have the Six of Swords. Some of you may even be having nightmares at this time that you're going to have to abruptly move or relocate, or you're going to have to abandon things in order to go somewhere where you can afford something on your own. Alright, so tell me about this Two of Wands. What do we need to know about this? How did it go from two incomes to one? We have the Three of Swords and the Sun card. So, if you were living with your person or living with someone here, whatever you found out about this situation really hurt you, and you thought you could make it on your own with the Eight of Pentacles. Because you were working, everything was good. On paper, it looked like this was something you could accomplish. And with whoever hurt you in the past, and this being exposed, it really broke your heart to the point where you're like, you know what? I can manage this on my own. You were very confident with this, with the Strength card. And with the Seven of Wands, and the Three of Cups, there were outside influences that were questioning whether or not you were capable of doing this on your own. This is what I'm getting. Excuse me. So it could have been family or friends here that were like, well, if you want to do this on your own, okay, great. Are you going to be able to handle this? You know, on your own, like, you know, living on your own is expensive nowadays, okay? So, are you going to really be able to handle this on your own? And a lot of you felt like you weren't getting the support that you wanted from your friends and family about you doing things on your own. So, what's this Nine of Wands? We have the Three of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and we have the Two of Cups. So some of you are even thinking about possibly moving in with someone else, a third party here. Someone you may be romantically interested in. You may be considering sharing a place or a home with them at this point, because you've seen a lot of loss is what the energy I'm really getting. Like, you may not be making as much, for some reason you're not making as much money as you were before when you made this decision to either leave someone behind or, you know, go on retirement in some way. I'm getting here that on paper everything looked good, but now it's not producing what you need. And there's a need here for you to find someone else to share resources with in order to overcome this challenge. Okay. Some of you may be possibly moving in with a coworker. For some of you here, possibly an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. We also have Cancer. Okay. So tell me about the Eight of Swords. What do we need to know about this? We have the Lover's card. And the Devil, yeah. So a lot of you were still attached to a person romantically when you made this decision. That's where the Six of Pentacles is. There was two incomes coming in. Or you may have been receiving some sort of benefit from someone. It could have been that you may have been living alone and you were receiving resources from a third party. That's for some of you here. Okay, that may have been helping you out or assisting you in some way. This could also be some sort of loan, you know, some sort of charity here where someone was giving you finances, but that stopped. Because now what I'm getting here is you're not receiving the same amount as you were before when you made this decision to walk away from this person. Or, again, for some of you, this is all about retirement. Where you may have thought that you were going to get more money than you're actually receiving. Okay. So tell me about the Seven of Cups here. What do we need to know about this? We have the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Cups. And we have the Page of Cups. So a lot of you are trying to express gratitude for the things that you do have, is what I'm getting. What else do we need to know? We have the Five of Wands and the Three of Wands. So, okay. So it may be right now that your head's just above water, but barely. But where you're concerned is going forward or in the future here, how are you going to be able to handle living on your own? Again, a lot of you may be moving in with a coworker, a partner here, someone here who is actively working. I feel like you're going to share resources with this person in order to get by. Some of you may find some sort of church or charity of some kind that can also help assist you temporarily. This is not something that's permanent, okay? But you are concerned about what the future is going to look like, at least financially speaking, because whenever you made this decision, you are making a lot more than what you're getting now. Now, this could be just a circumstance. It may be temporary for some of you, and for others of you, this is something permanent. But I do see you here looking at your options with the Seven of Cups to see what you can do or what direction you need to go in at this time. Because even though you're struggling, but you're okay, your bills are getting paid, but you may not have very much left over. Because I'm getting the energy here that someone here is in the position where they're living alone. The bills are getting paid, but barely. And you may be getting assistance, okay, for some of your bills. But you also know that in the future, things are going to get harder or you may need to spread your money thinner, okay, for some of you, or you're going to need to figure out a way to have another income coming in. But I feel like a lot of you are thinking about this at this time just because you're frustrated with how things are going, but you're trying to enjoy the moments that you have right now. Especially for those of you that decide that you're going to enter into another partnership, possibly live with someone else, whether this be a coworker, family, friend, romantic interest. There is some sort of need here, at least in the immediate future, where you are going to need another person living with you in order for this to work out in your best interest, where you're not barely making it. And that's what I'm seeing for this reading. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Until next time.